In today's video, we are going to talk about I-130 processing times for July 2026 for spouse, children, parents, and siblings. If you are new to this channel, my name is Liman and I make videos for a family-based immigration to simplify the immigration process and give you confidence to go through your immigration journey by yourself. First of all, I am not an immigration attorney. I'm here to help you based on the information you have from USCIS website. If you find this video very helpful, please subscribe, share for the future upload, and give us a big like so YouTube can share the video with more people. So if you're ready, let's get started. We are going to divide this video into three sections. The first section is factors that affect I-130 processing times. Second section is I-130 processing times from a USCIS account. And third section is I-130 processing times from a USCIS website. So let's start with the first section, which is factors that affect I-130 processing times. As you know, USCIS processes cases in order they receive them. However, each case is unique and it will depend on the following factors. First factor is relationship to the petitioner. As you know, we have immediate relatives of U.S. citizen, which is spouse of U.S. citizen, and married child under the age of 21, parent of U.S. citizen. Means they are immediate. The visa is available. For non-immediate relatives, we have two categories, one for a green card holder and one for U.S. citizen. For U.S. citizen, we have unmarried son or daughter of U.S. citizen, married son or daughter of U.S. citizen, brother or sister of U.S. citizen. For a green card holder, we have a spouse, we have a married child under the age of 21, and we have a married son or daughter resident 21 years or older. Let's go to the second factor, which is USCIS workload and policies. So the overall workload at USCIS, including the number of applications received and staffing level, can affect the processing time. As you know, it depends the month. Sometimes they receive more applications than the other month. And it depends also on the situation. As you know, in the COVID era, they have a lot of backlog because people, they were working from home. So let's go to the third factor, which is accuracy of the application. A complete and accurate application with all required documentation can prevent delays caused by request for evidence. This one is on you. You must complete application as they uh, they need. If not, it will. If evidence is not included, enough evidence is not included, it will cause delays. Fourth factor, which is beneficiary's location. As you know, where the beneficiaries resides impact the I-130 processing time. Just example, Spain and Mexico, for example, or Philippines, they have a different processing times. Just an example. Fifth factor, which is case complexity. Cases with complexities such as criminal record or previous immigration issues may require additional review and thus take longer to process. From petitioner side and applicant side. From petitioner side, if the petitioner has criminal record, it will cause, it will take longer to process. Same way for the beneficiary, if she or he has criminal record, it will take longer to process. Background checks and security clearance. Extended background check or security clearance can also contribute to a longer processing times. Visa availability. For non-immediate relative, as you know, the visa availability is a crucial factor. It can be significantly impact how long a beneficiary waits to receive an immigrant visa. If you are in this category, you must check the visa bulletin every month. NVC releases visa bulletin every month, so you gotta check your priority date and see if the visa available. Now, let's go to the second section, which is how to check the processing times from a USCIS account. You need to log into an account and go to processing times. For example, this is for my brother. This is F4 visa. As you can see, when just you file a petition, they're going to give you an estimated time until case decision is going to give you, for example, 2 months. But after that, I'm sorry, this is for immediate relatives. I'm sorry, I got confused right here. This is for immediate relatives. If you have immediate relatives, they're going to give you processing times. As you can see, estimated time until case decision is 2 months. But if you are in a non-immediate categories, they will not give the processing times. You see, the tab for processing times is not included right here. And they're going to tell you right here, we are not currently providing my progress case processing estimates for this type of filing. This is A4, by the way. Now let's go to the third section, which is how to check the processing times from USCIS website. This is what most people use. So if you go to this link right here, select the form you want to check the processing times, the form category, and then the field office or service center that process your case. So let's start with I-130 processing times for US citizen, immediate relatives, filing for parent, spouse, or child under the age of 21. So the processing time for I-130 for US citizen, filing for spouse, parent, or child under 21 at service center operations is 21.5. As you can see, the processing time went up. I don't know why, but it went up a lot, almost by 3 months. I don't know exactly what's going on. But if your case, there is no, if your case is completed and accurate, it takes less than that. I will show you I will show you the historical processing times from January to May. It's right here. So as you can see, the processing time in 2026 for I-130 petition for alien relative for immediate relatives is 12.9. For non-immediate relatives is 45.5. So now let's go to I-130 processing times for non-immediate relative uh, filing for unmarried son, daughter, 21 or older. This is a U.S. citizen. They do not give the processing times. So you gotta read the note. If you want to read the note, I included it right here to see exactly what's going on. I'm gonna go through it. So just go read it and see what's going on right here. They do not provide processing time for this type of filing. This is a U.S. citizen filing for married son or daughter, non-immediate relatives. Same way, they do not provide processing times. Same thing, you read this note right here, and you can understand why. Let's go for U.S. citizen filing for brother or sister. Same way, they do not provide the processing times anymore. Read the note, same thing for, as the other one, non-immediate relatives for U.S. citizen. They do not provide the processing times. Now, let's go to processing times for permanent resident, filing for spouse or child under 21. So, processing times for I-130 for permanent resident, filing for a spouse or child under 21 is 45.2. Actually, it's 45.5. It went up almost by 0.3. Same way for permanent resident, filing for married son or daughter, 21 or older. Same processing time, 45.5. That's for permanent resident, filing for unmarried son or daughter, 21 or older, at service center operation center. So it's 45.5 months. So as you can see, the processing times went up. For immediate relatives, it went up almost from 18 months to 21.5. And for a green card holder, filing for a spouse or for unmarried son or daughter 21 older is 45.5 months. So this is the end of this video. I hope you like it. If you do, please subscribe, share, hit notification bell. Thank you, and see you next video.